Hi, Scorpio. We are heading into Libra season. Yay! It's nice and chilly here this morning. I'm wearing my crochet shawl. If you want anything like this custom made to keep you warm this winter, you let me know. My information's in the description. Email, Insta, however. I custom make them. It's what I do to keep my hands busy in the winter. I kind of love it. I'm looking forward to being hunkered down with my wood stove roaring and that 4 p.m. darkness and 4 a.m. light is kind of my favorite cycle for us to go through. So it's getting chilly and the leaves are changing. I could actually see my breath this morning, which at the beginning of the season is fun. Toward the middle and the end of the season, maybe not so much. Anyway, Scorpio. So your pre-shuffle looks like you're dealing with a yin energy of some sort, right? So a feminine energy, which doesn't necessarily have to be a woman. How long do I have to repeat that gender is like... So what you're dealing with is the receptive energy, right? You're ready to receive. And I've got a card. I've got two cards that are facing the wrong direction. Okay. It's the Nine of Swords and the Prince of Pentacles. And your pre-shuffle was about the desire to take action towards something, somewhat impulsively. It's almost like with the Nine of Swords and the Prince of Pentacles here, your concern is that it's taking too long. You want to speed things up a little bit so that you don't have to sit in a waiting period of whatever this is. And I've got Swords, Pentacles, and Cups here, so let's get a little bit more specific with Scorpio. Yeah. Okay. You're dealing, I mean, the Empress is at the bottom of the deck, and I stopped because the Five of Cups was also facing the wrong direction. We're going to go with one specific storyline. So, for the Scorpio that I'm talking to, you are afraid of losing somebody if you don't take action. Okay? Now, let's delve a little bit into that. Delve a little bit into that. Where's the rift? Let's ask about that. Tell me about the rift for the Scorpio that I'm talking to. Change. Okay. What you want is for things to progress. You want things to move forward, and it looks like the energy that you're dealing with, whether it's a job, a person, even just what's happening in your own mind and receiving downloads. What you are hoping for is for things to change. And there's a relationship where your counterpart is far more grounded than you are, as far as like, we don't need to be impulsive. We don't need to move forward in, a certain direction. You are wanting to move forward, and they are not wanting to move forward. So let's talk about how we reconcile that sort of thing. Okay, what's the main hurdle here between those two energies, with the want to move and the want to stay? Like, I see your concern about staying where you are. And honestly, the other energy you're dealing with, it's like they want to do the same thing. They're going to take it more slowly. And you've got to be careful about taking charge and pushing them in your manner. Like, so the Two of Cups comes up. Excellent. I've got the Sun here over the wheel. So things are able, like, things can progress in the direction that you want. There is hope for that here. Tell me about, I worry about the Emperor over the Two of Cups, because that energy is the take charge, we're going to do it my way no matter what you think energy. And in a relationship, there has to be a give and take. There has to be a give and take. Even if you're moving it at two different speeds. The clarity on... Okay. Okay. Oh, come on. That's not the story I want to go with. Okay. So, for those of you who read tarot, my fellow tarot readers, the Lovers and the Five of Wands. I would like to remain in your situationship. There are some of you who are not. And that's just sort of how that is. For some of you, there's another energy involved here that's making things difficult. And it could be, I mean, it could be a boss or a father figure who is giving opinions on a relationship or situationship that you have, whether it's your job or your love life or whatever. It's something that is emotionally fulfilling for you. Somebody else seems to be coming in with, like actually physically coming in with maybe some opinions or providing other options that are slowing things down a little bit. They could be providing options that, that create an entirely new cycle. And there's the Death card, which is your card, Scorp, by the way. Wow. Wow. Okay. I have Death and the Tower here. So we're talking about huge change. Huge change. So one energy is staying where they are because they're afraid to make the huge change. That totally makes sense. Okay? That totally makes sense. And that could be you, but I really feel like your energy is trying to just go, okay, we know these things are coming, so let's just dive in. Let's just dive in. It's not everybody's method. Yeah, because heading toward, like, emotionally, we don't like to sit where we are, Scorpio. When we know the big change is coming, when we know that, like, there's a desire here to leap over the process. To skip the things that are difficult that the universe actually wants us to sit with, right? We've got all of these options, and we want to head toward, like, this emotional... Oh, you're not going to give it to me, are you? Exaggeration. Really? Okay. So we're heading toward an emotional exaggeration. That was not the word I was looking for, but that's the word that's coming in. Okay. So and the Four of Pentacles and our Lovers card came in the middle. And I could do a storyline about an affair. So if that is yours, then you take it as it will. But that's not where I'm going with this. Where I'm going with this is that, like, there's these are exaggerative, another new word, cards anyway, okay? This, the sign of Cancer with the Chariot, he's coming in, he's balanced, he's bringing his horses together, he is headed toward it, he's going to have victory and conquer everything. And it's like when he gets there, he stops and goes, whoa. Look at it all. Like, I mean, just look at it all, okay? And maybe we want to keep all of it, but we know that we can't do that. So we pick what gives us this new, like, lover's feeling, right? It's a court card, but let's just use it as a feeling at this point, okay? So when we finally decide on this new, inspiring, emotional cup whichever one we've decided to grab and hold on to at this point, that's when, I mean, number one, it's a surprise. And the surprise is going to clear things out and make room for this great change, Scorpio. Okay? And I've got the Wheel of Fortune, and I've got the World, and I've got the Sun. There is hope here, but if you're working with other energies, you need to be sure that you're actually working with other energies. Don't be the emperor that takes over. You need to be able to sit with it. And is it a little bit stressful for you? Sure. Deal with it. Because other energies around you probably need your support. What I'm getting here is that there is a team effort here that actually requires you to act as a team player, not to just take your own route and go, oh, well, I'm going to make the choice on my own and everybody else is just going to struggle along with me because this is what I want to do. That's not how that works. So your goal right now, and I'll get a couple to close it out. We're at 11:02 on the time. For Scorpio, the goal for you is to make sure that you are, I mean, we've got a lot of cups here, that you're relating with the people around you that you care about, to make sure we're checking in with everybody and saying, okay, I really want to move forward. Definitely express yourself. I really want to move forward. I want to skip all this crap. I want to go to the next step, so that the people around you understand how you feel and could say, okay, I hear you. Now here's my perspective. And then you can work together to try to figure out how to get that chariot to push you toward whatever it is that, you know, one cup that you want. Give me a couple to close it out. Or away from the one cup you don't want. A couple more to close it out. Don't run so fast because you're afraid of that cup catching up with you. That's not going, I mean, definitely don't have any of this movement motivated by fear, okay? Instinct, yes. But when we're planning the big stuff, it can't be fear-based that's pushing us forward. We need to embrace that fear, and we need to sit with that fear in order to analyze where it's coming from and make sure we're making the right decisions going forward. Even if it's commitment that somebody's afraid of, that's okay. It makes sense. We don't ignore that just because being afraid of commitment is like some sort of cliche. Like, that's a real thing, so sit with it. Final cards for Scorpio. Final cards for Scorpio. And I say that because the Hierophant popped out. Okay. You cannot leap alone if what you want is the energies to be with you and around you. Oh, you're starting to see it. You're starting to see it clearly. 2 princes and 2 eights. Both in reverse. It's not accomplished yet. What you want to be accomplished in order for you to move forward has not happened yet, okay? And then we do Pentacles, Cups, Swords, Wands with your last 4 cards. Literally all 4 suits just came out. There's a lot for you to look at, okay? Take off the blindfold, see it clearly, communicate your needs, and hear the needs of others before you just go off and leap. Okay, Scorpio? There is a new beginning waiting for you, but if what you want is companionship, to take these energies with you, to evolve together, with whether it's a job or, you know, finances or any of, I mean, relationship-wise, if what you want is to move as a unit, you need to communicate and see each other. You may need to sit in it for a minute and have that discussion. Don't just leap. Hear each other, feel each other, okay? And understand what it is you want and where it's coming from before you make the big moves. I hope you have a wonderful Libra season, Scorpio. Thank you for being here.